Hare Krishna, welcome to the session on Jagannathastakam. We have been discussing the word to word meaning of Jagannathastakam. Yesterday, we discussed the meaning of first shloka. Let's sing the first shloka and then go to the second one. I'll just recite it. kadācit kālindī-tat a-vipina-san gītaka-ravo Mudhabhiri-nari vadana-kamala swadha-madhupa Rama Shambhu Brahma Pati Ganesharchita-pado Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. So here Adi Shankaracharya is glorifying Jagannath. He is telling to Jagannath, "Oh Jagannath, sometimes you go to the banks of Yamuna river in the groves of Vrindavan and you play the enchanting music of your flute. You are the bumblebee who joyfully tastes the nectar from the lotus-like faces of the cowherd women. Your lotus feet are worshipped by Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra and Ganesha. May that Lord Jagannath, the master of the universe, become visible before my eyes." Okay, so the first two shlokas are talking about Vrindavan Leela. So Adi Shankaracharya is glorifying the Madhurya Leela of Krishna before he glorifies his Aishwarya Bhava, Aishwarya Leela in the next few shlokas. So the sweetness of the Lord and the majesty of the Lord, or the greatness of the Lord. The greatness of the Lord becomes greater if he performs leelas with sweetness, and the sweetness of the Lord becomes greater if the same Lord performs powerful activities, like extraordinary activities that display his Aishwarya, his Vibhuti, his greatness, his strength. So when a person who is already great, if he performs little sweet things, that becomes more sweeter. And when a person who is already sweeter, if he performs any great extraordinary activities, they are glorified to be even more sweeter. So the greatness of the Lord becomes much greater with his sweetness, and the sweetness of the Lord becomes more sweeter with his greatness. So the sweetness and greatness, they go hand in hand. So Bhagavan displays these two attributes, these two qualities, or Bhagavan displays these two leelas of greatness and sweetness from time to time to attract the conditioned souls in the material world, so that they get attracted to go back to spiritual world and participate in those leelas. When Bhagavan appears in different avatars in different yugas and performs these leelas, Aishwarya Leela and Madhurya Leela, different people get attracted to different leelas. Not everybody gets attracted to sweetness. Not everybody gets attracted to greatness. So depending on a person's inclination, depending on a person's taste, because each person is individual, each person has a taste. So depending on their taste, they get attracted to different leelas. Even the same Krishna was there. For example, when Narayana is there, Chaturbhuja Narayana is there, when you are seeing Chaturbhuja Narayana in front of you, it is natural for anyone to start worshipping him with Aishwarya Bhava. But when Shamasundara, Dvibhuja Shamasundara Krishna is in front of us, somebody worshipping that Dvibhuja Shamasundara form with Aishwarya Bhava, that is very rare. Bhishma Dev is an example for that. Even though Krishna was present in front of him, the Dvibhuja Shamasundara form, but Bhishma Dev was always worshipping in Aishwarya Bhava. So every person has some sthayi bhava. In spiritual world, they have what is known as sthayi bhava, a fixed mood of worship, fixed mood of worshipping God. That will be revealed, as we start practicing devotional service, as we start doing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, all those things. Our sthayi bhava will be revealed. What is our original constitutional position in the spiritual world? That will be revealed to us slowly. Okay, so with that little introduction, a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap of Shloka 1 that we discussed yesterday. In the first Shloka, Adi Shankaracharya is glorifying Krishna's Vrindavan Leela. Kadācit kālindī-tat a-vipina-san gītaka-ravo. Oh Krishna, sometimes you go onto the banks of Yamuna river and you play beautiful music with your flute. And then, hearing that beautiful music, what happens? Mudha bhiri nari vadana kamala swadha madhupa. The gopis get attracted and they leave everything at home and they come running to the Yamuna river to see Krishna. And Krishna, looking at the beauty of these gopis, he gets joy. He becomes more happier. He's already happy, he's Atmaram, but looking at the beauty of the gopis, they are like Kamala, Vadana Kamala, Mudhabhiri Nari. Abhiri Nari means the cowherd, the Gopa Jati women, cowherd women. They are called Abhiri Nari. Nari means three. Abhiri is the cowherd Jati, Gopa Jati, Gokulam. So these Gokulas three are the gopis. They come running and stand in front of Krishna, and their faces, when Krishna looks at their faces, Krishna feels that they're all like fully blossomed lotuses, Kamala Vadana and Aswada. Krishna relishes the beauty of the faces of gopis. Mudha. Mudha means it gives joy to Krishna. Mudha bhiri nari vadana kamala swadha madhupa. Madhupa, just like a bumblebee. Just like a honeybee, Krishna drinks the nectar of the lotuses of their faces, the gopis' faces. Now, in connection to this, in Bhagavatam, there is a section called Brahmara Gita. Madhupa Gita, Brahmara Gita. It's known as it's called as Madhupa Gita and Brahmara Gita also. So this Madhupa and Brahmara, I think they can be used interchangeably. Yesterday I told Madhupa means honeybee only, but I think it can be called as Brahmara also. It can be called as bumblebee, honeybee, Madhupa, Brahmara. They're all the same. So when Krishna leaves Vrindavan, saying that he will come back, and the gopis they are feeling separation from Krishna for a very long time, and after a very, very, very long time, Krishna sends Uddhava to Vrindavan to send a message and pacify these gopis, Gopa boys, Yashodamma, Nanda Maharaj, all the Vrajavasis. So then when Uddhava is talking to these gopis. One gopi, she sees a Brahmara, a bumblebee. All the gopis, they are sitting in a circle with Uddhava, and as they are in the conversation, as Uddhava is telling about Krishna to gopis, all of a sudden there is a Brahmara that's buzzing around. So looking at that, one gopi, she tells very poetically that we all know that Krishna is like that Brahmara who drinks the nectar of the lotuses of the gopis, lotus-like faces of gopis. Now he has gone to city. He has gone to Mathura and Dwaraka. He has gone there. So there, probably there are, the city, modern cities, city ladies are there. Maybe Krishna is drinking the nectar of the lotus faces of those ladies. After all, he's a Brahmara. That is his nature, to drink the nectar from the lotuses. So poetically, that gopi, she does nindastuti. She does nindastuti. Out of feeling of separation from Krishna for a long time, the gopi starts speaking like this. Then Uddhava could understand the heat and intensity of their separation from Krishna. So here Adi Shankaracharya, he is using the same word Madhupa when Krishna is in Vrindavan. He's drinking the nectar of the lotus faces of gopis. There is another shloka in Bhagavatam in this connection. Now in this shloka, Jagannathastakam, first shloka, Adi Shankaracharya is describing that how Krishna is looking at the gopis. Right? Now we need to know the other side also, right? What is the other side? We need to know how gopis are looking at Krishna. Jagannathastakam first verse, it tells how Krishna is looking at gopis and how he is relishing. When he is looking at gopis means devotees basically, not necessarily gopis, because gopis means the topmost devotees. When topmost devotee is mentioned as an example, it includes everything. It includes everybody, all the devotees. When you are going to the temple, you can apply the same thing. Like Mudha Biri Nari Vadana Kamalaswada Madhupa. Especially if you are a lady, Nari, you can easily apply this line to you. So stand in front of the deity in the temple and just imagine that that Swami is looking at you and he's feeling happy. Mudha. Mudha means he's feeling happy. Bhagavan is waiting for all of us to come and visit him in the temple. And when he looks at us, he feels happy. So, just like when a child starts going to preschool in the early days, right? The child is happily playing in the school because it's a new excitement, right? There are so many new children, new toys. There's a play structure, play area, and first time outside the home, feeling of little freedom. So the child is happily playing there. And the child sometimes forgets the parents also. Sometimes the child remembers the parents and cries, but most of the times the child stays busy playing with children and toys. But it is the parent who misses the child. And in the evening, when the child comes back home, the parent feels so happy because whole day the parent has missed seeing the child. The parent feels very happy. So like that, Bhagavan feels happy. Mudha Mudhabir, muda. Muda means joy. The darshan of devotees gives joy to Bhagavan. That is the essential meaning of first shloka. Why Krishna is holding a flute? To attract gopis. Not only gopis, right? The cows. We have to understand that everybody comes. The Gopa boys come, gopis come, the cows come, calves, the rivers are listening to Venuganam, the trees are listening to Venuganam. Every chara and achara vastu is listening to Krishna's Venuganam. And looking at all of this, Krishna is feeling happy. Okay, fine. Now let's go to the other shloka in Bhagavatam and understand from the other side how gopis are looking at Krishna. In Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful shloka that tells how gopis are relishing Krishna's beauty, how they are taking darshan of Krishna's beauty. Yasyananam makarakundalacharukarna bhrajat kapola shubhagam savilasahasam nityotsavam na tatrapa dhrishibhi pibhantyo naryo narascha mudita kupitani mescha. Yasyananam makarakundala charukarna. O Krishna, your face is very beautiful. Yasya ananam. Whose face? Ananam is face. Yasya means whose. Whose face is beautified by shark-shaped earrings and beautiful ears, with brilliant cheeks and a playful smile. The women and men drinking this constant festival with their eyes were never satiated, and were angry at the creator Brahma for the blinking of their eyelids. So the gopis are cursing Brahma. Oh Brahma, what kind of creator are you? There are some defects in your creation. There are some defects in your design. What is the defect? You have put eyelids. We want to drink the nectar of Krishna's beauty, but you have given eyelids. And those eyelids are closing without our consciousness. Unknowingly, we have to close our eyelids. When we are closing the eyelids, in that fraction of second, we are missing drinking the nectar of Krishna's beauty. So what a beautiful expression. Naryo narascha mudita kupita nimescha. Nimisha. Nimisha means a fraction of second. Naryo narascha. Both the Gopa boys and gopis. Nari, Nara, Nara, Nari. Nara is men, Nari is woman. Naryo narascha mudita kupita. Mudita, closing. Kupita, eyelids. Naryo narascha mudita kupitani mescha. Nityotsavam na tatrubhe dhrishibhi pibhantyo. Nityotsavam. It is a festival. Everyday festival. Everyday festival. Daily festival. It's a festive mood every day, every second. When they are drinking the nectar of Krishna's beauty. Drishibi pibhantyo. Drishibi means to see. Not just seeing, but pibhanti. They are drinking with their eyes. They are drinking the beauty of Krishna's. With their eyes, they are drinking the nectar of Krishna's beauty. And they are not satisfied. Na tatrupur. Tatrupur means satisfied. Na tatrupur, not satisfied. Drishibi pibhantyo. Nityotsavam na tatrubhirdrishibhi pibhantyo naryo narascha muditaah kupitani mescha. And Krishna's beauty, how it is described? Makara kundala charu karna. Charu means beautiful. Karna, ears. The ears are beautifully decorated with shark-shaped earrings. And his forehead is very broad. Brajat Kapola. Subagam. Subagam means it's very beautiful. His forehead is very, very broad and wide, and it's very beautiful. Savilasahasam. Vilasahasam. With a gentle smile, beautiful smile. Yasyananam makarakundala charukarna Bhrajatkapola subagam savilasahasam Nityotsavam na tatrupur dhrishibhi pibhantyo Naryo narascha mudita kupitani mescha. So now this is the other side. How devotees are looking at Krishna. And Jagannathastakam first verse, Adi Shankaracharya is describing how Krishna is looking at devotees. So Krishna is taking darshan of devotees, and here devotees are taking darshan of Krishna. So what a beautiful expression. So what does this tell? When we combine these two verses, what is the concluding message? The devotees are in the eyes of the Lord, and the Lord is in the eyes of the devotees. Devotees are in the eyes of the Lord, and the Lord is in the eyes of the devotees. They are never separated. See, in the olden days, probably I think in our childhood, may not be in our childhood, but sometime in the recent times, there was a habit of, especially in the wedding, engagement, wedding, those events. What do they do? The photo shoot. How do they do the photo shoot? They put glasses on the bride's face, and on the surface of the glasses they put a picture of the bridegroom, the boy. And when the photographer takes that picture, it appears as if the camera is not seeing the eyes of the lady, but in those eyes the cameraman is seeing the boy. And after that, it is the boy's turn. The boy will put glasses, and then they'll put a picture of the girl in the glasses.
డైరెక్ట్ గా చేస్తారా ప్రభుజీ? డైరెక్ట్ గా చేస్తారా? ఏదో ఆల్బమ్స్ లో ట్రిక్స్ లాగా పెడతారు. నిజంగానే
ఉన్నాయి, అలా ఉన్నాయి డైరెక్ట్ గా.
ప్రభుజీ మీ మ్యారేజ్ లో అలా చేస్తారా?
నో
నేను ఎప్పుడు ఆల్బమ్స్ లో చూస్తాను కానీ డైరెక్ట్ గా ఎప్పుడు చూడలేదు.
ఆల్బమ్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి, డైరెక్ట్ గా ఉన్నాయి.
నేను ఎప్పుడు వినలేదు, ఫస్ట్ టైం.
యా ఉన్నాయి. So where is this coming from? This is coming from Anadi Kala. It is not a recent creativity of people. It is coming from Anadi Kala. How Bhagavan is looking at the devotees, and how devotees are looking at Bhagavan. So
Prabhuji, Nayana Patakami, if you do like this always, it's like that, Prabhuji.
Yes. See, now when you combine these two shlokas, right? The last line becomes complete. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. May that Lord always be in the vision of my eyes. So that is what is described in that Bhagavatam shloka. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karna bhrajat kapola subagam savilasahasam nityotsavam na tatrubur drishibi pibantyo naryo narascha mudita kupita nimescha. It's a beautiful shloka. So the devotees are in the eyes of the Lord, and the Lord is in the eyes of the devotees.
The cameraman should be knowing Jagannathastakam Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Actually, in this context, there is another shloka. So I discussed this shloka in the Telugu class. So if you, I shared that. Did I share that Telugu class link in the group? I shared, right? Yeah. Vinara, Sarida? Yeah. So in that I discussed a shloka from Krishna Karnamrita. That shloka is also exactly the same. पुल्लेन्दीवरकान्तिमिन्दुवदनं बर्हावतां सप्रियं श्रीवत्साङ्कमुधारकौस्तुभधरं पीताम्बरं सुन्दरं गोपीनां नयनोत्पलार्चिततनुं गोपसङ्घावृतम् गोविन्दं कळवेणुनाथनिरतं दिव्याङ्गभूषं भजे. So there, Bilomangal Thakur, what is he saying? Krishna's face is very beautiful. He is like a blue lotus. Pullendhivara Kanti Mindu Vadanam. He's radiating like a moon. His face is looking very beautiful and bright, like moon. Indu Vadanam. Indu Vadana Kanti. And his bodily complexion is like that of a blue lotus. Pullendhivara Kanti. Pullendhivara Kanti and Indu Vadanam. Vadanam is face, Indu is moon. Pullendhivara Kanti Mindu Vadanam Barhavatam Sapriyam. And he wears a peacock. Srivatsanka Mudhara Kaustubhadaram. He wears Srivatsa and Kaustuba. Pitambaram Sundaram. He wears Pitambaram. And looking at this beauty, what the gopis are doing? Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum gopasanghavritam. Gopinam, all the gopis. Nayana, eyes. Gopinam nayana utpala. Utpala is lotus. Gopinam nayanotpala archita. They are worshipping Krishna with the lotuses of their eyes. They are worshipping Krishna with the lotuses of their eyes. So let me share that picture. Because when you look at the picture, everything makes sense. Second shloka, time అయిపోతుంది. Okay. Yeah, look at this beautiful picture here. Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum gopasanghavritam. Krishna is always surrounded by gopa sanghavritam. He is always surrounded by cows, calves, gopis, gopa boys, everybody. And what are they doing? They're all looking. The gopis, gopa boys, cows, calves, they're all looking at Krishna, and they are doing archana with the lotuses of their eyes. This is similar to what we discussed in Bhagavatam. Yasyananam makara kundala charukarna.
కృష్ణ పిక్చర్ ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంది
ఇక్కడ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంది.
గార్లెండ్స్ తో లెగ్స్ వచ్చాయి.
Yeah. So maybe they try to show in one picture from top to bottom how they are drinking the nectar of beauty of Krishna from top to bottom. And the box is very small there. That's why the tool put like this. So, and when they are looking at Krishna's beauty, baddhenanjali nanatena shirasa gatrai saro modghavai kantena swaragadgadena nayane nodgirna bashpambuna. Nayana bashpambuna. So the tears they are shedding tears. Their eyes are shedding tears. And those tears are the lotuses. And with those lotuses, they are doing archana. There is another poetic expression here. If the eyes of the gopis are compared to lotuses, when do the lotus bloom? The lotuses bloom. Some lotuses bloom when there is moon. Some lotuses bloom when there is sun. So let's assume these are night lotuses, blue lotuses, Nilotpala. So when does a night lotus bloom? When there is a moon. So when they are standing in front of Krishna Chandra, that moon like Krishna, the lotuses of their eyes bloom. And with those lotuses, they are doing archana. So that's a poetic expression here. So this is a beautiful, intimate connection that tells how devotees are in the eyes of the Lord and Lord is in the eyes of devotees.
Prabhuji, once you told about Krishna's eyes, Pundarika, right, Prabhuji? That is, yes. White lotus.
White lotus, yeah.
Similarly, devotees' eyes also.
Yeah, devotees' eyes can be compared to, Nilotpala. Because Krishna is coming in the Chandra Vamsha, and Krishna is often glorified as Chandra, Chandanam Chandra Sheetale. So when they are standing in front of the Chandra, Krishna Chandra, the lotuses of their eyes bloom, and they are offering those lotuses and doing archana at the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay. Okay, so now in the first shloka, there is the third line, right? The third line. What is the third line saying Adi Shankaracharya here? Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesharchita Pado. First he described the Madhurya Leela, and thinking that some people may understand it incorrectly, he's saying that no, wait a minute, don't misunderstand. He is a great personality. He's not some cheap man who is flirting women. He is worshipped. He is Devadi Deva. He is supreme person. He is worshipped by Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, Ganesha, and so on. there's a beautiful story of how Lakshmi Devi worships Krishna, or Lakshmi Devi glorifies Krishna. Lakshmi Devi glorifies the Madhurya Leela of Krishna. Because Lakshmi Devi is always in the Aishwarya Bhava. She is with Narayana, Sriman Narayana. So she indicates Aishwarya Bhava. But hearing from many devotees, hearing from Narada Muni, hearing from everybody about the Madhurya Leelas of Krishna in Vrindavana, especially Rasa Leela, Krishna's Rasa Leela in Vrindavana, Lakshmi Devi develops some curiosity to participate in the Rasa Leela of Krishna. Now, who is this Lakshmi Devi? None other than Radharani herself. Krishna expanded as Sriman Narayana, Radharani expanded as Sri Mahalakshmi. So now, this Lakshmi Devi develops a curiosity to participate in the Rasa Leela of Krishna. And then she does tapasya. In a region called Bilvavan. In Vrindavan, there are so many forests, right? There is a specific forest by the name Bilvavana. Bilva, like Bilva Patra that we offer to Lord Shiva. Bilva Vana, the forest of Bilva Patras. That forest is.
Bilva Mangala Thakur, there's a Prabhuji, Bilva Mangala Thakur.
Yeah, maybe some connection to Bilva trees. But yeah, in Bilva Mangal Thakur's name also, Bilva means the same thing, Bilva Patra. So Lakshmi Devi does tapasya in Bilvavana, and then Krishna comes there. Krishna asks, my dear Lakshmi, what is your desire? What do you want? Lakshmi Devi expresses her desire to participate in the Rasa Leela. Then Krishna tells, Rasa Leela is not what you are thinking of. It's not Aishwarya Bhava. It is Madhurya Bhava. Only gopis are allowed to participate in Rasa Leela. Then Lakshmi Devi is very stubborn. She doesn't leave. She says, no. I at any cost, I want to participate in Rasa Leela. Then Krishna, okay, fine. You can participate in Rasa Leela, but there are some conditions. Conditions apply. Terms and conditions apply. Lakshmi Devi says, yes, I'm ready. Any condition you put, I'm ready, but I want to participate in Rasa Leela. Then Krishna tells different conditions, one at a time. First he tells, you have to give up all your opulence. You have to give away your Aishwarya. All the wealth, name, fame, everything. You have to give up everything. Lakshmi Devi says, yes, I'll do it. Then next, Krishna tells, you have to come and live in Vrindavan like a Gokula Stri, like a maid servant. In other words, like a maid servant. That Lakshmi Devi, Ishanam Jagatotsvala, she's glorified like that. Now she has to start living in Vrindavan as a maid servant. And then she has to sing that Ishanam Jagatotsvala. After coming to Vrindavan and start working as a maid servant, she will think, oh, I was doing better in Vaikunta. Everybody was singing Ishanam Jagatotsala. What am I doing here? I'm washing Bartan here. So Krishna tells you have to start living in Vrindavan as a maid servant. Lakshmi Devi says, okay, fine. I will try to do that. It's difficult for me, but I'll try to do that. And then third condition, Krishna tells, you have to marry somebody. You have to marry somebody. And then Lakshmi Devi is puzzled. Why to marry somebody? Because I want to come and dance with you. Why should I marry somebody else? Because that is when Krishna tells, you have to marry somebody, leave that person and come to me. Only then you can participate in Rasa Leela. Because that is what gopis did. They left their homes, they left their husbands, they left their children, they left their cows, calves, they left their properties, they left their name, fame, they left their, what do you call that, manam, right? The respect, the women respect. They respect, they left everything and then they came. So you have to marry somebody and then leave that person and come to me. So now this is all becoming too much for Lakshmi Devi. I did tapasya. I was ready to give up the Aishwaryam. I was even ready to wash the pots in Vrindavan. But and then in between, Krishna tells a few other small conditions. Like you have to do cow dung patties, pidakalu cheyali. అలాంటివన్నీ చెప్తారనమాట. So she agrees for all those things. But when she hears that she has to marry somebody and then leave, and then only then she'll be allowed to enter the Rasa Leela, she's not ready for that. Because she's coming from Aishwarya Bhava, right? In Aishwarya Bhava, that lady is, for that lady, the Aishwaryam for that lady is Manam. The Sheelam and Manam, that is the Aishwaryam for that lady. So she was not ready to sacrifice that. Then she understood. She understood how great the devotion of gopis for Krishna is. It is unparalleled. So this incident tells that even Lakshmi Devi was defeated in front of gopis' love. And that Lakshmi is worshipping Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesharchita Pado. That Lakshmi Devi is worshipping Krishna, who is doing kadācit, kālindī-tat, a-vipina-san, gītaka-ravo, mudhabir-nari, vadana kamalasvada madupa. So she's glorifying, she's worshipping that Krishna. So like that, the Krishna Leela in Vrindavan is so beautiful, so nectarian that the essence of Bhagavatam, 10th canto, is full of this Madhurya Leela of Krishna. Whoever reads Bhagavatam, whatever they read in the entire Bhagavatam, they may or may not remember everything else, but the only thing they remember, even after many years, is the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, Dashamaskanda, where Krishna performed Vrindavan, Madhurya Leelas in Vrindavan, how he played with his Gopa boyfriends, all those things. So these are the intimate. So we discussed, right, during Ramayana and also during Venkatesha Mangala Shasanam, the Sulabhatvam. Also during Mukundamala Stotra. Which loka in Mukundamala Stotra we discussed Sulabhatvam?
Bhakti Sulabham.
No. The Sulabhatvam of Bhagavan. Dharavara karavara suta te tanujo virinchi stota vedastava suragana bhrutya varga prasada muktir maya jagada vikalam tavaki devaki te mata mitram bhalari pusutas tatvadanyam na jane. Lakshmi Devi is your wife. Brahma is your son. All the devatas, demigods, the Svargaloka Vasis, they are all your servants. That's why I'm choosing you. I do not know anyone else. That's why I'm choosing you. This is the external meaning. But what is the internal meaning there? The internal meaning is, even though Bhagavan is so great, he's a great personality, there are great people in his family, but still he has Sulabhatvam. He is easily accessible, he is easily approachable. That is what Adi Shankaracharya is expressing in the first two shlokas. By describing Vrindavan Leela in the first two shlokas, Adi Shankaracharya is glorifying that Sulabhatvam of the Lord, how he is ready to perform intimate Leelas with his friends, Gopa boys and Gopis, Yashodamma, Nanda Maharaj. And more details are described in the second shloka about Krishna's Vrindavan Leela. There are more beautiful details that we can discuss in the second shloka. Do we have time? It's already 10:11.
జస్ట్ వర్డ్ టు వర్డ్ మీనింగ్ అన్న చూద్దాం. వర్డ్ టు వర్డ్ మీనింగ్ పర్పోర్ట్ చూసి దాన్ని బట్టి
Okay. So curiosity, right? You can't wait.
అంటే ఎవ్రీడే ఒక కొత్త పాయింట్ వినాలి ప్రభుజీ, అందుకని.
Yes. Okay. Shloka number 2. Vision of the flute bearing Lord. Jagannathastakam, shloka number 2. Bhuje savye venum shirasi shikipincham katittate dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vidhadate सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीला परिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे. In his left hand he holds a flute. On his head he wears a peacock feather, and on his waist he wears silk garments. From the corners of his eyes he casts sidelong glances upon his loving companions. He is always accustomed to residing and performing pastimes in spiritual realm of Vrindavana. May that Lord of the universe, Lord Jagannatha, become visible before my eyes. Bhuje, on the hand. Savye, left. Bhuje savye means left hand. Venum, flute. Shirasi, on the head. Shikipincham, peacock feather. Katitate, on the waist. Dukulam, fine silk garment. Netrante, from the corners of the eyes. Netra plus anta. Anta is the edge or corner. Netra anta, netrante, from the corners of the eyes. Kataksham, sidelong glances. Sahachara, companions. Vidadate, bestowing, giving. Dukulam netrante, sahachara kataksham vidadate. Sahachara is the Gopa boys, gopis, everybody. Vidadate is giving. Dadhati. Dadhati means giving. Vidadati. Vishesha rupena dadati. Giving profusely. Giving his kataksha profusely. So much, abundant. Unlimited kataksha. Unlimited karuna. Lot of karuna. Dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vidadate. See, when you know the word to word meaning, it's it becomes very easy to memorize the shloka, to remember the meaning of the shloka. See, to know the whole sentence of the shloka, you need to know the word to word meaning. Then you will be able to remember uh, the overall meaning of the shloka. And it also becomes easy to memorize the shloka. Bhuje savye venum shirasi shikipincham katitate dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vidhadate. So we'll discuss the first two lines first, and then we'll go to the next two lines. So verse 2 details the physical features of Krishna playing a flute. The ultimate prayer is directed to this specific abstract manifestation seated on the Puri altar. So there's a beautiful comparison between the Vrindavana form and the Puri form. In Vrindavan, Krishna is wearing a flute. He's holding a flute with his left hand, wearing a peacock feather and yellow silk garment on his waist. Resides in the lush forest of Vrindavan. And so this is Madhurya Bhava. And in Puri, it is Aishwarya Bhava. Features large, unblinking circular eyes, manifests with abstract hidden limbs, resides in the majestic temple of Puri. Now, with this form, you cannot play. To play, in order for the Gopa boys to play, now can you imagine Gopa boys playing with Jagannath? Abstract form, large blinking eyes. The little Gopa boys, they may feel afraid looking at the large eyes of Jagannath. They may feel afraid. But what is more connected to them, what is more pleasing to them, is the Shamasundara form, the beautiful Shamasundara form of Krishna holding Venu and wearing a peacock feather, just like a cowherd boy. They can connect because they are also in the same attire. So since we are talking about this, since there is a bridge here, right? We are talking about a bridge. There's a gap. Let's say there's a gap. And we will discuss about what is the bridge here. The gap is Krishna in Vrindavan, he is performing Madhurya Leela. And the same Krishna Jagannath, in the form of Jagannath in Puri, he is with Aishwarya. Externally, he is worshipped in Aishwarya Bhava, but his heart is always in Vrindavan. Internally, he is a Gopa boy. Externally, he may be a king, he is a Raja, Maharaja. But internally, he is a Gopa boy. He is Gopala. So the Radha-yatra, the significance of Radha-yatra or the internal meaning of Radha-yatra is to build, is to fill this gap between the Vrindavan form and the Puri form of Jagannath. So how is this gap filled, or how is this gap bridged between Vrindavan and Puri? That is by putting that Jagannath on the cart, on the chariot, on the Ratham, and the devotees are helping Jagannath to go from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan. That is the internal meaning of Radha-yatra. there is much more deeper meaning of Ratha Yatra, which we'll discuss in the next few days. But at a high level, the internal meaning of Ratha Yatra is the devotees are, as they are dragging the ropes, as they are pulling the ropes of the Ratham. What are they doing? They are helping Bhagavan, Jagannath, to go from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan.
From Aishwarya Bhava to Madhurya Bhava.
From Aishwarya Bhava to Madhurya Bhava. Because that is what his heart is. Sada Vrindavana Vasati. Look at the second line there. Third line. Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati Leela Parichayo. Whether he is within Vrindavan or outside Vrindavan, whether he is in Madura, Dwaraka, Jagannath Puri, wherever he is, his heart is always in Vrindavan. Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati Leela Parichayo. That's why the devotees are helping Krishna. Imagine, now devotees are struggling to go to Vrindavan, but here, by pulling the Jagannath Ratha, they are helping Jagannath to go from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan. Because they know the heart of their Swami. The heart of their Swami is in Vrindavan. So they want to help. So this is such a beautiful, such a very deep, emotional thing.
Prabhuji, the Ratha Yatra happens only one side, Prabhuji. Return how he will come back to.
Yeah, return also return cart. So by chariot, by Radham only.
ప్రభుజీ మీరు చెప్పే బృందావనం ఆ గుండీచా మందిరమే కదా?
గుండీచా మందిరం, కరెక్ట్.
ఆ గుండీచా మందిరంలో ఉన్నప్పుడు లక్ష్మీదేవి రాకుండా ఎవరన్నా వస్తున్నారని చూడమని కొంతమంది చూస్తారు. బృందావనం నుంచి గోపికలందరూ సూక్ష్మ రూపంలో వచ్చి ఆయనతో ఉంటారు. లక్ష్మీదేవి డౌట్ వస్తుంది, ఇల్లు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు తలుపులు వేసుకుని అని చెప్పి షీ సెండ్ సమ్ ఎంక్వైరీస్. ఎవరితోటో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, రోజు చేస్తున్నారంటే తను కూడా వెళ్ళటానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తుంది.
అవును.
అప్పుడే తన కోపం వచ్చి ఆ రథం కూడా ముక్కలు చేసేస్తుంది. ఆ తర్వాత బ్యాక్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత రసగుల్లా ఇచ్చి శాంతపరుస్తారు జగన్నాథ్.
అవును. సో
బృందావనం,
గుండీచా మందిరం బృందావనం. అక్కడ డివోటీస్ మధ్యలో కొంచెం ఫైటింగ్ కూడా అవుతుంది. అంటే వాళ్ళు అట్లా డ్రామా అలా ప్లే చేస్తారు డివోటీస్. 2 గ్రూప్స్, ఐశ్వర్య భావ, మాధుర్య భావ అట్లా పెట్టుకొని 2 గ్రూప్స్ కొంచెం ఫైటింగ్. ఆ డ్రామాలో భాగంగా ఫైటింగ్, తిట్లు కూడా అనమాట. ఒకళ్ళనొకళ్ళు తిట్టుకుంటారు, కర్స్ వర్డ్స్, గాలి.
యాక్చువల్ గా జగన్నాథ మందిరంలో ఉన్న పై కిటికీలో చూస్తుంది రోజు, వస్తున్నాడా అని. రాడంటే అప్పుడే తను బయటకు వస్తుంది. ఇంకా రాలేదేంటి, 2 రోజులు అయిపోయింది, 3 రోజులు అయిపోయింది, 4 రోజులు అయిపోయింది, ఇంకా రాలేదంటే బయటకు వస్తుంది.
So we'll discuss more. We are just giving a teaser of shloka number 2. There's more to come. More.
We underestimated the power of Jagannathastakam. Only 8 words.
ఇందాక మీరు చెప్పిన శ్లోకం భాగవతంలో ఎన్నో క్యాంటో లేదండి? యస్యాసనం మకరకుండల చారుకర్ణ.
యస్యాననం మకరకుండల చారుకర్ణ, అది 10th canto. Ninth canto, 24th shloka, 24th chapter, 65th shloka.
Thank you,
9:24:65.
Okay.
మామూలుగా శ్లోకం చదువుతున్నప్పుడు నాకేం అర్థం చేసుకున్నానంటే, జగన్నాథపురిలో ఉన్న జగన్నాథుని చూడగానే ఐశ్వర్య భావం వస్తుంది కదా. అసలు నిజంగా ఆ మాధుర్య భావం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలంటే మనం బృందావనంకి వెళ్ళి ఆయన లీలలతో పరిచయం పెంచుకోవాలి, అప్పుడే మనం ఆ మాధుర్య భావం చూడగలుగుతామని చెప్పినట్టుగా అనిపించింది శ్లోకంలో. బట్ మనమే జగన్నాథుని పూరి నుంచి బృందావనానికి తీసుకెళ్ళాలి అని చెప్తారు కదా.
అవును. అంటే దానికి ఇంకొక డీపర్ మీనింగ్ ఉంది. ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ రథము ఇదంతా ఎక్స్టర్నల్ థింగ్స్ కదా. మనం రథం లాగడం, మనం లాగినంత మాత్రాన ఆయన నిజంగా వెళ్తున్నాడా బృందావనికి? ఆల్రెడీ బృందావనంలోనే ఉంటాడు ఆయన. బట్ అక్కడ ఇంకా డీపర్ మీనింగ్ ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే, మనం ఇప్పుడు క్యాబేజ్ మీద లేయర్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఒక్కొక్క లేయర్ తీస్తా ఉంటే ఇంకో లేయర్ ఉంటుంది లోపల. అలాగా లోపలికి వెళ్తున్నా కొద్దీ, లోతుకి వెళ్తున్నా కొద్దీ ఇంకా డీపర్ మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే, అంటే మన హృదయంలో ఉన్న ఆ పరమాత్మని బృందావనాన్ని తీసుకెళ్ళాలి. అంటే మన హృదయంలో బృందావనాన్ని నింపుకోవాలి.
అలా అర్థమైంది.
మన హృదయంలో బృందావనం నింపుకుంటే మన హృదయంలో నివసిస్తున్న భగవంతుడు బృందావనంలో ఉన్నట్టే కదా, బృందావనానికి వెళ్ళిపోయినట్టే కదా.
అది అనుభూతి చెందాల. మీరు ఆ వాటర్ లో లాగు చూపించిన ఆ పిక్చర్ ఎందుకో అలా ప్రింట్ అయిపోయింది. ఆ పిక్చర్ ని చూస్తుంటే నాకు అదే చెప్తున్నట్టుగా అనిపిస్తుంది. ఇంకా ఈ సంసారం అనే సాగరంలో మొద్దులాగా ఎక్కడ మొద్దు అంటే లాగు కదా, మొద్దులాగా ఏం తిరుగుతావు, కమ్అట్ ఆఫ్ దట్, లోపల ఉన్న బృందావనం చూడు, చెక్కు నేను బయటకు వస్తాను నీ హృదయంలో నుంచి అని చెప్పినట్టుగా అనిపిస్తుంది ఆ లాగుని చూడగానే. బృందావనం
అది కూడా మంచి బ్యూటిఫుల్ పాయింట్. ఎందుకంటే when that wooden log appears, it appears in Aishwarya Bhava, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. And then Indradumna Maharaj, when he calls Vishwakarma, and Vishwakarma, what he will do? He will do the sculpting and convert into Madhurya Bhava, Jagannath Bhava.
అది ఆ లాగుని చూస్తే నాకు అదే అనిపిస్తుంది.
Good. That's also a beautiful point. He transformed Madhurya Bhava to, Aishwarya Bhava to Madhurya Bhava. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. Okay. So that was just a teaser for second shloka. We're going to discuss more deeper on Monday. Okay. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya
Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam.
Shri Adi Shankaracharya Virachita Jagannathastakam ki jai. Shri Jagannatha Baladeva Subhadra Maya ki jai. Shri Purushottama Kshetra Jagannatha Puri Dham ki jai. Okay. Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna. See you all.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.